hello. Tuning in live. Settle in. It's Divine Femme season. Do you have your hooded sweater? Yeah. So let's see. Okay, Diva Cup. Let's do this for now. Excellent. We're having like a really nice co-working read right now. So if we could just, do you mind just turning it down 2 notches by any chance, since we're communally sharing the space? That'd be awesome. I just know it's gonna pick this up louder than anything. So, but rather than go in a different room. Today, I wanted to, I guess, talk about November. I don't know. I guess talk about the now, but mostly I think I wanted to just like do a vulnerables, right about like where I'm at right now, or that. But that's kind of what we've had to do. So I feel like I'm very much embodying Uranus and Taurus with some of the ways that I had to move today. I think it's been very hard for me because I think in certain ways, like I often observe like what makes me the most human as a person. You know, and some of those things are exactly the way where like certain things just affect me. Like, you know, I think I wanted to speak because I think it might be really relatable for people, but like sometimes things are just not good for you. And when you are given instruction from God to release something that you otherwise like, hey, Mia, come here. So this is kind of the theme right now, right? Like Mia, for example, the dog, we're all in the room right now. She's been introduced to separation anxiety, obviously, through her past, through her routine. Obviously, there's a new routine being indoctrinated, but we're in a closed room. She's got to, come here. And she just wants to leave the room because I think she's just too fixated on what's outside. Although there's nothing out there but a gaping home that is just too big for her to like navigate ever. She's never able to like take in how big like where she lives. And so, come here. And so she's developed this, the shriek that I like to call it when dogs get that anxiety frequency. And, you know, often, you know, the way that we navigate that, you know, especially when they're in their youth, is, you know, we have to sort of conversate, we have to talk about it. So right now, you know, the door is shut, you know, the door is like, that door can't even be opened. Like in your perception, you're Mia for many of us. And the door may be a door, but it's like one of those doors. It's like in a room where it's like, it doesn't actually open. Does that make sense? And so for Mia, the dog, the door's not going to open, and she has to be with and surrender to whom she's with right now. This is deeply spiritual, right? And with right now, she's got like more people near her than she usually has in like her day. But again, it's just the focus on the doors that we were on that are unable to be open. Mia, come here, mama.
So spiritual, so on point.
Yeah, this is you guys. I'm serious. This is why God was like coming. This like all the things happening at once are the things I'm trying to say. You know, God scoring the shit in the background. You're Mia the puppy having an anxiety attack. The door is not real because it's not going to open. Saturn and Aries. We talked about this, right? Like the door cannot be opened. It's because the door manufacturer are on spiritual assignment by God. They can only, like, to keep their job, they can only open and close doors, build or not build a door. And so at this time, I think many of you have realized that those that you were in connection with that are, you know, employed by the Most High, they're getting instruction now from your creator that they can't open this door for you. The door has to remain shut. It's not even about knowing what it is that Mia, right, the dog, has this door just can't open now. You know, me and Dennis at the work, we're sitting here and we're the ones to watch her. And this is just a giant, like this home has 3 stories. She's so small, she can't just be, you know, wherever. She can't even like roam one of the floors by herself. It's just so much space. So, you know, this is what I mean. I know, you know, there's a fixation at this time on, you know, the confinement. But I also think a lot of times to like tell you guys, it's like as I was opening up about being human, and one of the things that's the hardest is like sometimes, you know, you really want something and God is, and it is not something that you, it's like Uranus and Taurus is like a really I want to say it's an opportune time. I'm not going to say it's going to say, because when I use the word great, I feel like the connotation is that you're going to enjoy it. I think it's opportune, meaning there's an opportunity, meaning like you have an opportunity at this time to completely restructure your life because you have not, like, again, this is where I told you there comes a time where it's like so many consecutive moments of not yielding to Spirit's guidance put you on a path. You understand what I'm saying? If every time God says apples or oranges, apples or oranges, apples or oranges, you pick one or the other, left or right, and then you end up somewhere, you can't, like, if you got to face something on where you've ended up, you can't then all of a sudden be like, what? Why am I here? Because God's like, well, the repetitive, nonstop choice of this or that has had you arrive here. And you can't be like, you can't be Mia the dog, be like, you can't be bark, bark, bark. When you're well looked after, like her spirit guides, like she's like, there's no danger. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I had to capture this in this moment. So it's like the audio of this animal at this time might make you think that she's not being abused. She has separation anxiety, absolutely. So she's responding to previous patterning. Like, what does it mean when, and so, and I like to study animals. Like, there's so much cognitive understanding that's a door, right? Because she knows to bark at it. So she's registering that and all these things. But look at this. There's so much re-revving. Like, so many of you are re-revving and putting your ass in the camera and all these things, like Mia the dog. Because it might have really, today I think things might have happened to you where it's like you're realizing that it's like your own creator has suggested that people not, like, for example, one of the things that's really beautiful, I told you guys I'm gonna look at you guys, I can't even, like, this is like the panic attack. Come here, Mia. Come here, Mama. Yeah, come here. Come here. That some things can't change right now, Mia. And more destructive patterning, like, isn't going to also change the outcome either, Mia. I just want you to know what you have and have not. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, I think the frequency of this might, like, be what it is. Mia. Come here. Let's go. Come on. We're going to need to calm it down. Come on. So we're all learning one another. Okay, Mia. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. See. Jack goes on. Okay, Mia. We're going to calm our heart rate. You see this? You see this? Yeah, calm down. Calm down. You've got to stay still. You've got to stay still. Many of you at this time, it's like there is no stillness. You have got to stay still. The running from yourself, running from the situation, running from yourself, running from your emotions, running. Look at this. This is everyone. We're not disconnected. Our dog shouldn't be like this. There's consciousness here. Why? If your dog is doing this, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't. What's stimulating this? There's nothing going on. You couldn't be in any more of a luxurious experience right now. I want you guys to understand. We're in one of, I don't know how many fucking rooms in this home. You know what I mean? That we all. Okay. Yeah. No, ma'am. Because if we raise our voice again.
Yeah. It's okay.
Mia.
It's okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, the separation. Yeah.
This is the separation anxiety that many of us, and this is what, it's all metaphorical right now. Mia is a puppy, okay? She was born some months ago. So many of you in childhood were received or were indoctrinated by this fallen, broken system that you are having, like, you're freaking out about being done now. Like, there's no game, there's no joke. It's just truth now. So many of you, when you were in your early development, I'm talking your formative baby Buddha body, you were introduced to this anxiety, this primordial anxiety that has to do with why your system was now telling you and your creator are separate. And it was like the ultimate form of gaslighting. You were completely receiving downloads. You were completely living in your metaphysical life. Yet the entire reality out in front of you was like, there's no guidance. There's no God. There's no connection. You actually have to go clock into the religious sphere in order to go, like, try to find it, try to reach it. You got to, like, pay this tithe and offering. You got to, like, bow and do this ritual in order to find it. And it was just the deepest gaslight. This is the anxiety of that. Do you want to know why I just dedicated my life? I will do it again and again and again to make sure that the Children of America tour and the declarations that Spirit, Creator, Prime Source has to heal from the fallout of what we did unto ourselves, essentially, when we really, again, it's just the creation experiencing itself. There's no mistakes. It's not like we're messing up. It's like we're experiencing itself. God created a phenomena of consciousness, which is this unique thing where like the art can know that it's art, That's kind of like me right now. I know that I'm art. I know that it's like I live in a way that like I know that that's what I am, right? The conscious awareness, the high priestess and the hierophant. I was just watching a message earlier today where this was the same configuration. This partnership, the high priestess and the hierophant, this is all a part of the evolution of the journey,
Mia.
Right? It looks like the masculine principle of the higher consciousness of the God consciousness is enlightenment. There's a crucifixion. There is a suspension. There is a Piscean, like your ankles are going to be caught. You're going to be upside down by spirit until you figure this one out. There's a hangman, a crucifixion happening, a public crucifixion. Because it looks like in order for this new reality to merge, the divine feminine must release and surrender the concept. There is no concept to hold. There's nothing to hold on to for the divine feminine. So the divine masculine is having to understand at this time that the release of it all, the form, all of it. The divine feminine is meant to be like water. It is meant to be something that is never contained. The concept of things, the way that we understand it's like never supposed to be. It's just always. The divine feminine is supposed to hold nothing, and so that's the awakening she's having, and the divine masculine is understanding that the only route is the route of the higher self, is the conscious route. I can't be unconscious. Pisces, right? Hangman. I will get myself in hangman positions where God has just got my shit's frozen. My shit's suspended. So these are all things that are happening. Many of you are feeling that, right? But it is because the wheel turns. And this is something that I also feel the divine feminine warned of. It's like, wait till I heal up, because my time will come when I am flowing like water again. And I don't have to hold on to you. If you aren't here in the now, you're somewhere else. I'm in the now, you're somewhere else. And I think it was all a part of getting this wheel to turn, getting this, you see this sort of understanding what was always going to come. But again, the further that we go into our own stabilizing of the energy at this time, again, use Uranus and Taurus to test out something completely different that will help stabilize you. It does not matter what was. It does not even matter what capitalism or the late stage of whatever the fuck your current society was functioning on that is no longer present. It doesn't matter what was successful or deemed as ideal. It does not matter about a monetary currency. For you right now, you need to ask yourself, it doesn't matter. Like, if the next step for you that would help stabilize your situation is finding a way to leave your mind and go back out into your community and go get a job at your very local farmer's market and do something very much tending to the land, it's serving the community. If it's that you need to just literally go take some volunteer hours at the urban farm up the street, it doesn't matter what you because those things are not things that we would even think of, if you're not really in that echelon, because capitalism would just why would we have time and space to do that? But if it's whatever the immediate need for you is, it probably won't make sense. It was probably something you would have been deathly afraid of, like me or the dog right now. You would have been really screaming, fighting, not wanting to ever consider in your past. But because of what you are now locked out of, the idea is the locking out of from spirit, the door not even being a door, it's just a painting of a door. You get what I mean? It's not actually a door. You can't go through it because it's not, again, you didn't create this. It's that's kind of what I'm getting. I just heard spirit say, it's if remember Saturn and Aries, we were supposed to make every door that we wanted to go through, right? We were supposed to create exactly what that was going to look like for us. So it looks like some of you got as far as the door is it exists, it's on the wall, but the door is not finished. It's not finished. So it's right now Dennis's dad is DIYing, he just built some stairs in the garage, the garage. So it's a massive, maybe 5 feet from the bottom of this garage to where the door is. So he custom made some stairs because he's an architect, and they're not done, but right now the stairs are phenomenal. He did the architectural part of it, so they're done. So now he's just in the finish of it, part of it. And it's kind of like that, where it's But like with your door, it's not capable of opening. It's just the door, and it kind of it sort of shows you how this anxiety has kept you from finishing a cycle, finishing cycles in general. Keep turning the wheel all the way, you know. And it's even more. It's supposed to be heavy. It's supposed to be kind of lighting a fire under your ass at this time, because it is supposed to get you to do something about it. It is supposed to get you to address that, like living with this acute childhood anxiety where I was shown separateness, right? Many of us, like, again, our parents are in the image of like the Most High, right? The parent, father God, mother God, right? So when we talk about like our poor relationship with our parents or the separation anxiety we felt with our parents, because again, the system also used to prey on parents. It would make you have a kid, talk about some incentivization at some sort of monetary level for having and building families because it's good for the economy, like make some illusionary bullshit, but then not support you to be a parent nor support you to be a workforce person. So it's just like none of those things were supported in the old system, and you're all getting fucked, but then you're all getting encouraged and like deeply swayed to like divide yourself into politics and religions and all of these things, right? When nobody's supporting you to do any of the roles they want you to be, you know. It doesn't matter what community, you know. Nobody's really giving you the support to be a fucking queer person in the fucking queer community, right? Nobody's giving you fucking support to be a fucking blue collar worker right now, to be, you know what I mean? They tell you to do it. They tell you what it's going to get you, but they don't support you to do it. Damn it. What the fuck? You know what I mean? And so that's the shit piñata. That's the shit piñata that I've been talking about. The shit piñata. You can ask me Jata about the shit piñata, because all you're going to end up doing is having to sit there with your tongue out, bust like, see? Rev it up again. And this reading I have, and the thing about it, I want you to know, this is my least favorite frequency. Anxiety is my least favorite frequency. I'm so sensitive to it. I really cannot stand when like owners create separation anxiety in dogs, because it's like just something that just, you know, human flaws. Mia, you know, but I just want to be transparent so you guys don't think we're like fucking doing something crazy. Here's like, nope, it's just a pupperoonie who's like got to be present, you know. So all of those things considered, let's see where we're at. Oh my God. Talk about anxiety, am I right? Let's talk about anxiety, right? Let's see, sorry, y'all. So when we're talking about anxiety, and then the first card that comes out for you guys is the moon, this Taurus full moon. This week was jam-packed. Venus went into Scorpio. Today. You know, Uranus is back in Taurus, retrograding. It won't happen again for like another 86 years. You know, we've got Mercury retrograde happening on the 9th. So it's a couple days from now in Sagittarius. It's right? The confrontation, it all comes to a head. Do you also see that we're talking about the barking dog? Oh my God, this is freaky, bro. Is this not the spirit? This is very scary and spiritual. This is how you know this message was meant to be. What does the moon card depict? 2 dogs howling at the moon. What is Mia doing? This is like poetry. This is literally poetry. Poetry.
Mia. Don't do
you understand what I'm saying? There is an invisible force that we don't know, and it's past fears that have not only brought us all into this alignment, right? Like we're here with Mia the dog, who's like, you know, doing things, but you know, also like why she's barking, something that's not there. There's again, this is like not visible. There's invisible things that are triggering.
At this like table, like I feel, yeah, it's like.
Do you see what I'm saying? This is so crazy. This only happens when I channel.
Howling at the moon for sure.
Howling at the moon. That's what you guys are going to be giving tonight, because the door won't open. Because now God says, this is Uranus and Taurus. This is like the Taurus full moon. Hierophant the moon. Taurus full moon. This Taurus full moon is like bullheaded. It's a bull. It will not budge. It won't budge. Because it's almost like all of your ideas won't budget. It's like all the things you would think to do are definitely not the fucking open sesame. And it brings to the surface the real point of this, the real reason God is triggering you in this way. Or in fact, you've triggered yourself in this way because it's actually about what you've aligned yourself to. It's actually all you. It's not really God at all. In fact, God had really different plans for you. And so this is kind of where we're at, you know? So yeah, the triggering of all of that. But I guess we're at 7-11 Mercy's here. Hey, Mercy. We're talking about the structures we build in our lives and what we hide in the structures of our lives. What do we really, you get what I mean? The Hierophant. I also I kept hearing Spirit just say, they haven't even heard the Hierophant, and Mercy just showed up, and that's the record that I made inspired. I mean, it encompasses like my best friend, you know? So it's like, we have this revelation. But all this, also to me, it's like the confrontation. It's like, this is a gravitational pull, like some force like brought all the milkshakes to the yard. Like it brings all the dogs to the yard. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody is being revealed as the moon through the way that you feel locked out. You know how powerful something is because you just got locked out of it, and it fucking is making you yap and yell. It's bringing out the anxiety. You see what I'm saying? Whew, whew, ooh, who is powerful? Who is powerful? Who is powerful? You have the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. Go the other way. Do you see that? Oh my God, there's so many people contributing to this message. It's so pictorial. It's so physical. This is such a holy cow message. This is exactly what I wanted Spirit to upgrade me to. This is the kind of magic trick I wanted to capture on camera moving forward. So this is like crazy. I've got my husband scoring this shit to perfection. So I'm just like, do you understand what I'm saying? Look at these two looking the opposite direction. This was the split. If you just, oh my God, Dennis, do not, look at Dennis, this is fucking freaking me out right now. Don't follow Babylon. So this Taurus full moon, this was the splitting of the world. There was a call. The king and queen, look how they're not even looking. Look where y'all are going. Do you see the invisible door? I'm the door. My face is the door. Do you see the 2 different realities? That's what I mean. Do you see how much barking? Because this is about where this moon has you aligned to. What did it guide you to, you know? Right now, Mia is in her own world, barking at the door, having a hard time. I'm chilling, breathing. You get what I'm saying? Mia, ma'am. The only thing is, we can't scratch the door. Are we clear on that? Like, we can't scratch the door. I know you're going to be vocal right now. I'm going to be vocal right now. Maybe you don't want me talking either, but I just want you to know we can't scratch the door. I will get my ass beat if you're scratching at your dad's door.
Right.
So, do you see what I'm saying? Taurus full moon. You got remember Tori told you, Taurus full moon, here's a scoop of fucking 2 scoops of pop wobbly peach cobbler, right? So, some of you 10 swords. That's what I'm saying. That's why some of you woke up today and it's done. Like, ooh. See that Spirit kick that camera? And it's done. You woke up, your lies caught up to you. Your lies caught up to you. You were lying on something, you were getting away with something, until before you didn't look at this. This is someone who's like, oh my God, I keep getting away with it, and then they walk right into the pain zone, and it's like darkness descended. That was your day today. You woke up and it's like darkness descended, I am cut off from the light. Here go the light. Look at the other way. Well, don't you worry now. Remember Judgment Day. Like, remember Judgment Day, you're going the other way, right? On Judgment Day, I always told you guys, yeah, it's all cool. You should probably, like, align yourself properly right now while we're aligned, because if we're not going to the same place, when Judgment Day really does strike, you'll see how we're not going to the same place now. Now it's really getting fucked. Because now it's not even about, like, shits and giggles, flirting back. It's not even that. It's like, nothing's funny. Like, now some of you girls are going to hell, and it's like, I don't know what to say, you know, it's happy for you, right? What did we come into union with? Hey, right? You know, I know the New York Marathon, which this kind of reminds me of that. It's like, you know, you did the race like TK, but did it land you with like 4 life sentences, or, you know, did you actually get like a medal at the end of the New York race? You know what I mean? Type of freak. So let's see what's crossing all of this. Yeah. And I feel like the disposition is, again, for those who are in ordained frequencies, like for those who are in the partners, like in like true like unions, they have 9 cups at this time. 9 cups. It doesn't really matter. This separation has to happen because we need to know who needs help and who's got help. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're sick, you're sick. You don't want to be like, I'm in good health, let me like watch your baby. If you're not, you know, we need a teacher who's not sick on the staff to like teach today, you know? So, holy cow. Yeah, this is Scorpio season. Scorpio season transformed it. Scorpio season in the recent past promised this. That when death parades, it would transition this situation into union. That's where we were going. Dennis and I had almost a decade of karma, almost our entire 20s. It was a long shot. Like when me and Dennis met, the feeling was good, but it was definitely like karmic when we met, you know? So like the feeling we could live out forever, we didn't have to take it to divinity. But we did take it, in fact, to divinity. Do you mind turning it? We did take it to divinity through the commitment of transformation. Through committing to transforming this union, that's what we got, right? Because it all had to do with, it was real. The feeling and the value of Dennis and I's relationship, whether we were karmic or divine, is real. And that's in the recent past why we were able to take the death frequency and transform into an actual divine union. So it looks like in the recent past that was achieved. So then this Taurus full moon really separates you, because you would either be in union with it, or if you're not in union with it, that's why you might separate from it. If we're still strangers, if it's like, you know what I mean? Like if you still aren't, if we don't, it's like, if the cycle hasn't even been created yet, then we know now we're not in union. Because union at the end of the Taurus full moon would be like, what's in your real life, right? If you're a new family member, you'd be like at the house with us, you know what I mean? That's why right now, Mijata has bad anxiety. She has some karmic shit she's doing too. But we're in union because we're in IRL and we're connected to one another. And so... Oh wait, are you eating these?
What's she eating?
You better not be eating these.
Oh, no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, come here. Come on, man. Please.
She ate it. Yeah, she ate it. So anywho, yeah, I think this is a big thing about, like, there was a call under the Taurus moon that is like, it was like, we didn't get to see what I'm saying. And that's where there's like this invisible force. Like if you're someone who also, again, these are deep desires that are surfacing at this time. Taurus, full moon under the Scorpio axis is very desire driven, right? Venus and Scorpio is really not helping, because I think today you felt really probably turned up and horny.
Just get back to the table. I just want to finish.
Yeah. Do you want to get, what do you want to do? You can just walk back, you can retrace your steps.
Me?
You can retrace your steps. Come here. Oh my God, relax, brother. You see, some of you also, I also want to like hold space, but like some of you guys need to understand too at this time, like, you know, I also want to be sensitive to like suicide rates and those types of things, like people who are on the edge, like who don't really know. Like I just want to like make sure you're aware that like these are the times to be hyper vigilant of, you know, you can't do more for people than you can. Like someone who's committed to like being done is like what it is, but you do really need to understand that at this time, like, you know, we only get to these places, like if you hear me before, like if that's something you contemplated. Listen, I contemplated ending it and offing it many times in my life. My life is very difficult, very difficult, very many times, and sometimes just the thought at a soul level of like how long it would be before it would feel like this or feel like freedom, especially in a black body. God, it was just ridiculous, you know. So I'm holding space for all of you guys, but I want to be able to like work at it and talk at it and not talk about it like it's some foreign alien concept. But like your choice to keep administering life to yourself is up to you. It's absolutely a choice. You know, I respect you for whatever you feel like you need to do, because at the end of the day, it's like, don't really got nothing to do with nobody else. Yes, you're going to leave a fucking trail of tears, absolutely. But I do also want you to know that, like, this is that type of thing where it's like anything that you truly desire being invisible right now, not being something you can hang on to. And then Venus goes into Scorpio, Uranus retrogrades back into Taurus, fucking Mercury goes retrograde. It's nothing but the anxiety and the trauma. Nothing but. And I know this from my family because they do this a lot. They literally they like starve me, try to kill me type of crazy shit. Like just completely blast me into oblivion. And then I like go to school 3,000 miles away, right? Because I'm like, okay, nobody needs me here, right? And not even really because of that, just because I'm like an explorer ass bitch. I'm Dora the Explorer with the shit. So I'm like ready to go try to live life. And the guys, they go through horror, like they're suffering. Yeah, it's like I'm so hated for like how it's very much looked at as like, you left this goddamn family to die. Like, even though that's not what happened, like, everybody celebrated me going to, like, my top choice school, and, like, it was a beautiful expansion in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, like, that was the worst thing, because Alexis not being physical really fucked them over. And I got so much flack that a decade later, I'm out of college, and they're still like, you know what, in 2015, we'll never forget how you did us, you know? And so this time around, this summer, when they were all telling me to get out of my life, and, like, screaming and, like, telling me to, like, leave their lives, I was like, me and Dennis, your passionate, creative, connected, magician, loving children, unconditional loving children. You want us to get the fuck out and leave and this is what it was, right? And I was like, that's fine, because you're just saying that shit out of your ego and because you're asleep. But at the same time, I just want you to know, I tried really hard to be like, Dad, when I'm not here anymore and you can't hug me, I already know you, bro. I know my dad. I know my Scorpio fucking sun, Pisces moon dad. I know him. I'm like his favorite thing in the world, like of all the things that exist, like, truly. And I'm not even saying that, like, I'm on some, like, overly daddy girl shit, I'm healed and healthy. No, I mean, like, for this guy, like, the way he feels about me, I don't even think I'll ever understand this. My dad feels so much. He's crazy. To be a psychic, you're a feeler. It's crazy. His emotions, oh my God, it's an ocean. I don't relate to that. I don't have many water placements, babe. I don't. I don't relate to, like, being moved by the water, you know what I mean? So I facilitate the water. I'm not super, like, the water particle. So my dad and his identification with his emotions is crazy. These niggas are suffering, you know what I mean? Because it really turns into that. It really turns into, like, you know? And so that's what I mean. Like, this Taurus moon, I think you guys thought you could, I feel like there's all these abrupt endings, right? Like, there's a death, and then it's like, someone goes, this is someone also in the recent past that went on to, this is also, I hate to break it to you guys, this looks like the type of niggas who, like, no shade, but, like, if you were the problem, as soon as someone transforms and leaves out of your life, it's like you're the type of person that, like, people's lives get better when they disconnect from you. Listen, y'all, I talked about it. We got to let go of our worst self to receive that best self. So we're going to talk about it. Because I've been there, bruv. I have been there when it's like, damn, it's like every time these bitches leave me. Actually, I've never been there. So I'm not but I can empathize greatly with the fact that, like, the circumstance could be that, like, someone needs to transform to go have better. This is, like, having to deal with, this is you dealing with, like, someone left you for better. And I think part of the reason you did this whole episode is because when you mask insecurity, y'all, it's always going to trigger you that someone could have a better option. But then you become the abuser. You become abusive because you're trying to keep someone in something that you know you're offering, which is not up to par. It's not copacetic. What you're doing is not up to standard for this individual. And you know you can't give what it is because you're not being honest, emotionally honest about where you're actually at. And it's not even about judging, because, again, we're talking about soulmate frequencies. We're talking about things that are supposed to be for you. If you're aligning to stuff, everything is way deeper than you think. Even the bitch at the grocery store that you connected with, and that's like kismet, right? There's 8 billion bitches and you pass these hoes, right? So I'm just trying to say, like, you know, if you be like, this is just like the ultimate, this moon is like the ultimate, like, all your lies, all your deception, all your non-faced fears are gonna just go to the rainy lands while these people finally come up for their first breath fresh of air in the new world from the age of Pisces. Doesn't it look like they came from the age of Pisces and now they're in the age of the Aquarius and they are royal? And so it just looks like in the recent past, someone had to transform, like, you were someone's catalyst for growth. Like, I think a lot of people today, as I'm recording this, are definitely feeling that frequency of, like, this moon was hard, it was heavy hitting for some people. Because it's just like, I don't even know what it's like to be somebody's lesson. Like, you know what I mean? I really don't. Like, to be somebody's lesson is in, like, they, like,